kidding me?
What?
Are you actually kidding me?
What?
My principal just messaged me. So I had a student that wouldn't go on the field trip, or that didn't say they were going to go on the field trip, but they never turned in a form. So I told my principal.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to NRG Stadium, home of the Texans right here in Houston. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Houston Cougars, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Hardy. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Houston Cougars offense will get the first possession of the game. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure coming. He's going to take a shot right away. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Houston wants to play fast.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Let's talk for a second about Houston. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Now on the move. Turning it on.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion. just missed it. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Houston going up tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Quickly to the tight end. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Trying to barge their way in. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance.
Touchdown, Cougar! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. On the move. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Cougars moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Rides the back on the option to give. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Runs through the tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Finds a man on the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays, days, LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hill. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Berry. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Wants to throw again. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Houston wants to play fast. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to...
And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty would give this offense a 1st down. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the option. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Sanford. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into track.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this.
Turning it on! Not 20! Past it, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Now that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Going right to work up top. Pulls it in. It's Berry. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. The short hands. It's Watkins. Tackle is made on the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. That's caught. It's Berry. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Berry. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
from the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Tigers come to the line after whipping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight.
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
How about that? A 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Rides to back and leaves it. At the 35, he's got room. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Houston going up tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
It'll be a draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Houston will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Berry. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hudson. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Bowling Green. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun, the inside give. Smashes through the tackle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the big fella. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Picks up the 1st down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again. Gives it on the option. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to Here's the handoff. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. That's a fumble on the play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. On the move, it's Sanford. Not gonna get there, not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And this one is perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Running back searching for a hole. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the first down and more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Grab behind the line. It's Cooper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Coming out with it, it's Hardy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Shakes off the defender. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Houston wants to play fast.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down. They're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Let's talk for a second about Houston. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On the run, it's Berry. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going to the running game. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. He smashes his way through again. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Frederick. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Longest quarter
Looks
ever.
as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Longest quarter ever.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Durham. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Keyed up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got
Not
the
you.
lead by a couple
Commission,
scores
not you.
late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quickly complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound.
Cooper shouldn't be in here either.
To throw, it's Hurley. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Oh, they're after him. They just left that pass short. Not
Take
enough
time.
juice on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football.
That dog
First, the
voodoo.
quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good
First
drive
down.
going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just getting the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Probably the only view that sometimes recruit a fullback.